want to welcome you back to Black Science Tonight. We're going to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith, and it's time that we cancel this woman. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Jada Pinkett Smith, once again, has disrespected her husband. We know that Jada Pinkett Smith is madly in love with a dead Tupac. She took on Will Smith as a replacement, but it seems like she was truly never in love with Will. Will had to go through the embarrassment of an entanglement with another man, and we see how that played out in public. It truly embarrassed him, a man who is at the top of his field, one of the great actors in the world, a man whose films gross billions of dollars, is embarrassed by his wife. Now it comes out that Jada Pinkett Smith may have had a relationship with an underage member of Kriss Kross. Like any other person who had a relationship, she should be investigated. This should not be allowed in any circumstances, just like school teachers who have relationships with underage men, young men. Jada Pinkett Smith has once again proven that she's unworthy of being a wife, and a wife to a man who has achieved so much in the entertainment industry. It seems like she settled for Will Smith because she wanted security in a lifestyle. But we see now that all the skeletons is coming out of the closet. So Jada Pinkett Smith should be not only canceled by the public, but she should be canceled by her husband. I know many of you are going to say, well, they should be able to work it out. They've been together so long. But the embarrassment for Will Smith has become so overwhelming that he has to set her aside. He has to move on. He's a man who can have basically any woman he wants. Now he's so embarrassed because of these relationships or entanglements that have been shown. He's out there saying, we have an open marriage. What man in his position wants other men laying on top of his wife? Unless this is a pure freak show that they got running over at the Smith residence. Jada Pinkett Smith should be called to the carpet like R. Kelly or any other person within the entertainment industry who's having relationships with single people, with underage people. But I'll tell you this right now, that this woman, Jada Pinkett Smith, is right now a person who should not be listened to on Red Table Talk. She has more problems than anyone that I have seen in a long time. She needs to go see a psychiatrist, psychologist, or somebody to get her mind straight, instead of trying to tell other people how to fix their problems. This truly makes me sick to the stomach. But Will has put up with this for a long time. He has put up with her disrespect. And I know that Will has had relationships outside his marriage. And the reason why, he was dealing with a woman who truly didn't love him. Yes, they had 2 children together, but that doesn't mean that she has that undying love like you heard her when she read that Tupac poem. Like she read it 100 times over, and it was truly in her heart. Will said he was jealous of Tupac. No man who's married to a woman should be jealous of her former lover. Will has to move on. Will has to pick another partner. But I know what happens in Hollywood. I know what the lawyers are telling him. Will, if you divorce this woman, you had 2 kids by her, she's going to get half of everything that you have. But if I'm Will, I'm going to step aside and let it go. Because I cannot have this stain on my reputation. And I can't have this embarrassment that I'm constantly going through, making me look like the ultimate beta male simp that put up with this nonsense for over 20 some odd years. Those of you who support Jada Pinkett Smith, you should be ashamed of yourself. Will should be treated better than he's been treated. But it's his fault too, because he had an opportunity to cut her loose. He had to know her true feelings in her heart. Yes, he was in love with her, but he loved her more than she loved him, because her heart has always been with another man. You see how a lot of women think? She didn't think about Will Smith. She thought about herself and her own security, her own lifestyle, her own place in Hollywood. And in her own way, she used Will to stay in that realm. This situation will go on, and Will have to keep taking L's and being embarrassed in front of the American public. When a man reaches the level of Will Smith, he should not have to walk around with his head down because of his wife's shenanigans. Jada does not deserve Will Smith. And those of you who's going to blame Will for this situation, I'm not going to fall for it. Will has done the best he can in a bad situation. And yes, it's his fault, but right now it's time for him to clean up this situation. This is terrible. This is truly embarrassing. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.